4 kids.
Yes.
Shed.
Yes.
Building your own house.
Yeah.
Running your own business.
Yeah.
You guys are psychos. Like, how do you do it?
It is a lot at times, but it's all part of the adventure. Like, it's something we'll all look back on, that time we lived in the shed.
Usually, we see homes once they're all finished, polished, styled, complete. But today, we're stepping into something a little bit more raw, a family home still being built. Interior designer Lisa Allen and her husband Roy, a builder, are creating this home in the Gold Coast hinterland.
So this was the first project. This is how you started.
All this while still living on site with their 4 children in a converted shed just steps away.
One of the major goals that I set for myself this year was getting better at telling the stories behind the projects that we're involved with. Not only at the completion of the project, where everything's shiny, but during the midst of the build, when the blood and the sweat and the tears are going into creating something beautiful. And that's what today's all about. In true mid-construction fashion, there's no front door for me to knock on. Not sure if anyone's here. I can hear a little bit of life. Hello. Hey, how are you? One of the first things is thank you for having us. I couldn't believe just being out the front, like when you're looking at that initial frontage, it's really unassuming. At street level, you're almost at the same height as the roof.
We've sort of based it around the original house that was here.
It's just like such a transition to getting to seeing these massive windows at the back.
That's all my
It's
husband.
huge.
Yeah,
It's huge.
it is.
And I imagine like this is going to be the living zone for sure. Like this is where it's at.
Yeah, that's what we've sort of based the whole design around. So we have kind of separated the wings.
Smart. Smart.
We've got our sort of master wing down this end of the house, and then it's sort of all the kids down that end.
That side. Okay. So can we have a look inside the...
Yeah, this is my favourite room of the house. We've designed it. Each kid will have their own hook in the mudroom, full bag, shoes, put your dirty washing in the laundry, and then come and relax after school.
It's interesting because we're starting to see more and more of a trend of cobblestones being used internally, whereas when we started the business, that was never a consideration. Never, never, never.
Yeah.
But you can see why people are doing it.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
So we're in one of the kids' bedrooms now. Lucky kid because they've got an ensuite. You can see here they've laid the Lamana cobblestones.
When this was laid, my husband was a bit, wow, that's different. I'm like, yeah, it's beautiful. And he loves it. And we just thought for these small rooms, it's nice to just have, you know, it as a real feature. So when we came to the auction for the old house that was here, what's now the cottage was actually like the old working shed. And where our big shed is was another shed. So we just started chipping away at that on the weekends, and it just evolved into what it is. What? So this is the master wing, master retreat, that we spent a lot of time working out the design in here because we wanted it to feel, you know, special and like a sanctuary.
Again, one of the things you just slapped in the face with is that opening. It's huge.
Yes.
It's huge.
So yeah, that was one thing. We wanted to blow the ceiling height through to the master. The design of the ensuite, we wanted to keep it open but still have, you know, a sense of like it's its own space. So there's no doors to the ensuite, it's just a nice flow.
What they're doing in here is again running the 400 wide Lamana. It's a smaller area with the reduced width as opposed to the 600 that we also sell. They're able to get more of each tile, more courses, which gives an appreciation for the variation of the material. You're also able to achieve the necessary level falls that you need for a wet area.
It'll be very different from shed living, where we're all on top of each
this
other.
is the size of your shed.
Yeah, pretty much.
This
yeah.
is the shed.
Yeah.
Everything that you've done in this, from like, you know, what I'm seeing is deliberate. You guys have obviously had a lived experience and you're like, right, we're going to fix this problem with this solution and that's going to happen here, and that's going to happen here. All seems very methodical.
Yeah, well, we've had a few years and this is our first time building a family home for us. So yeah, we've thought about all the things that we really wanted.
What makes this project special isn't just the materials or the scale. It's the life happening around it whilst it's being built. Every decision here comes from lived experience. And that's what gives the home meaning long before it's finished. I, for one, can't wait to come back and see what it becomes.